computer. Perfect. Got it. Okay. So 2 truths and a lie, quarantine edition. One thing I did is I acquired an Uber Eats addiction. If you guys are, Uber Eats, they can get the app. It's pretty bad. Second one is I gave myself a haircut. And then the third one is I gained 10 pounds during quarantine. So first I'm going to show. Oh, okay. Angela. So you said lie. Which one do you think was a lie? The haircut? Okay. So Angela was the first one to guess. Angela, I need to write which one was the lie. Was it the haircut? Was it the 10 pounds or the Uber Eats? When you were placed with a reliable, you get cool today. 10 pounds. Okay, Angela, that was true. I know I'm a pretty slim dude, but I actually gained 10 pounds. Yeah, so the second person that, so I have 17045. You guessed gave myself a haircut. That was also true. And then I gave myself a haircut. I was looking a little shaggy. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to say, since technically that leaves only one, the Uber Eats addiction, the next person to comment right now will win the stainless steel stable loads. So the next person to say Uber Eats in the comment. Uber Eats. Okay. Frank and Dolores, you guys won a set of stainless steel stable loads. So congratulations. And
thank you.
Just give us a call at our customer service line, 800-246-8132. Let them know that you were part of the rally and you won a free set, and they will take down your information and I'll get a hold of you, okay?
Yep, and Tracy, to answer your question, we're going to go over what exactly the stable loads are. We have a couple of videos. We're going to go over it. So we'll get into that next. So it's my turn. So during quarantine, I knitted my dog a sweater, watched the entire Twilight Saga in one sitting, and cooked a new recipe every day for 2 weeks. Which one is the lie?
Yeah.
Nope, I actually did watch all of Twilight in one sitting. It was a sad day.
Okay, so what's the dog sweater and the Twilight and recipe? So which one was the lie?
Oh, so there's a new recipe. I did cook a new recipe every day for 2 weeks, kind of to make up for watching Twilight in one sitting. Let's see.
Dog. Okay,
yep.
Bob and Chris.
You guys win a set of stainless steel stable loads. I don't know how to knit, so maybe if I did know how to knit, I would have done it. But
perfect. And then we'll make sure to contact us after this, and then we will get you guys your free stainless steel set of stable loads, which will actually be going into product now.
What was your number again?
Oh, it's 800-246-8132. And it's also on our website, torklift.com, if you need help finding the phone number. Yeah.
And if you guys have any questions on how to install those, send me an email and give me a call, because I put them on my truck. I will never go back to airbags after having the Torklift stable loads. I absolutely love them. I've had them on there for, oh God, how long has it been, Kyler? 2 years?
I think
I still have the black set. Absolutely love stable loads.
Great. But yeah, so again, just reach out to us for those winners, and then we'll get you set up with your new suspension upgrade. Thank you, Plane. That was our first time doing it. It was a lot of fun for us. So kind of moving into product now, this is when we're going to switch into more of newer products like the stainless steel stable load. The product's been around, but the material, the stainless steel, is a newer feature. And then we're going to go into steps. So I'm going to do a screen share here, and it's going to pull up YouTube. And let's see, here we are. Is it this web page?
I just want behind it.
Okay, so I'll minimize this one. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to kind of narrate this one for you. And you guys can you see me okay still?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, I'll pull up this video. For those of you who are not familiar with the Glow Step Revolution, it is 100% aircraft grade aluminum and stainless steel step system, and it goes underneath the door, and you can see it in this video for those of you who are viewing. And this is honestly just it's the step system that we refer to it as the smart step, because it really, it helps you with all your needs. You know, depending upon what the terrain is like. If some of you who are parking your unit on the side of your house, or, you know, in a storage lot, as you can see right here, this trailer specifically is parked in front of a curb. But how our step system is designed is with a multi-hinge loop design, kind of like an accordion, so you can really pick how far you expel the step from your unit. You can be in front of the curb, you can be on top of the curb, and you also have adjustment at the top, as you can see right there. It's a 3-step, but we just turned it into a 2-step. So you really have the adjustability you need to have a firm foundation on your steps. And in tight situations, you know, if you're at the grocery store, park your unit, and someone pulls up right next to you, and you need to get inside your unit, you only need like 10 feet of room to deploy your step, right? And, you know, we have industry low inclination, so in each spread, there's only 7.5 inches of an incline. So it's, you know, you can walk up, it's fully adjustable. Right there, you have 3 points of adjustment in that top step, an additional 5 points of adjustment in the bottom with the all-terrain landing. So it's really smartest step in the industry. It's quick, it's fast, it has a legendary lifetime warranty, and again, 100% aircraft grade aluminum and stainless steel. And right there, there's our phone number for any questions, like we mentioned earlier. So, and then the next one is our newest version, or of the series, the Glow Step series. It's the Glow Step Revolution Uprising, and the best way to explain it is I'm just going to play the video and let it speak for itself. This is So that was the Glow Step Revolution. So that was the Glow Step Revolution Uprising, and to kind of get the narrative to that video that was playing is we've had the Glow Step Revolution, which goes underneath, you know, the door, and we finally have a step system for those of you who from the factory have the drawbridge style step. So it's a great alternative or replacement. It truly is a fantastic step. On the Glow Step Revolution, you know, you have a certain amount of adjustment. We practically doubled the amount of vertical adjustment you get with the Revolution Uprising. And we did that with that built-in booster step. So I'm sure some of you guys out there, you know, you have your factory steps and you kind of have like a step stool underneath that factory step. So with the Glow Step Revolution and the Glow Step Revolution Uprising, it really eliminates the need for that. And the last video I'll play for you guys is in regards to the stable load. Now, this is a video that kind of explains how it works, how it operates, and this actually pins it up against airbags, sway bars, all those other suspension upgrades out there. This kind of shows you, you know, it kind of compares them. So I'm going to play that now for you.
For our first Torklift test, we wanted to answer the most important question about your truck's suspension. Do suspension upgrades actually work? After placing a 2,800-pound load over the axle, we tested the suspension of a new Ford F-150 truck under various conditions. We drove the truck through potholes, over speed bumps, and around corners at high speed to simulate issues that can occur with a heavy load in the back of your truck, and the results may shock you. We picked 6 different suspension systems to test against the stable load system. Using an inclinometer, which measures horizontal and vertical tilt, let's see which system has the lowest degree of inclination. Remember, the higher the horizontal and vertical tilt registered on the inclinometer, the less control the driver has over the vehicle. To set a constant baseline, each test was performed using the factory suspension. For the first test, we drove the truck through a huge pothole. The factory suspension was off the charts, registering 151 degrees of inclination. Adding airbags brought it down to just over 62 degrees, but the real winner was the stable load, that only registered 30 degrees of inclination. Next, we tested the truck on a speed bump. The rubber springs took last place at nearly 36 degrees of inclination, and the sway bar at 31 degrees. But again, the stable load was the clear winner, registering just under 10 degrees. Finally, we took the truck around a corner at high speed. This time, the rubber bump stop came up the highest, registering 36 degrees of inclination. Close behind were the rubber springs at 35 degrees, while the stable load only registered 20 degrees of inclination. So, to recap, when driving through a pothole, the stable load was by far the best suspension upgrade. When driving over a speed bump, the stable load was the clear winner. And when driving around a corner at high speeds, the stable load helped the suspension the most. At the beginning of the test, we asked, do suspension upgrades actually work? And we found the answer, yes. The stable load suspension stabilizer not only proved to beat out the alternatives, it is the only suspension system on the market that you can turn off, which means you can easily revert to your truck's factory suspension when not under heavy stress. It is the best and first suspension upgrade you should turn to for your vehicle.
Perfect. So that kind of puts it into perspective, creates a little bit more understanding. And again, for those of you who won, that is going to be a product that you will receive in the mail. And I have a little, some samples here to help you out a little bit. So we have 2 different types. We have the upper stable load, which will work on the upper overload springs of your truck. And it's a polyurethane block here. And then the lower stable load, which is in this kit here, this will work on the lower leaf springs of your truck. And pretty much to put it simply, what it's doing is it's pre-engaging your overload springs. So you naturally have this gap on your leaf springs, and when you weigh down that truck, that gap compresses, and then it hits your activator spring, and now your springs are engaged. All we're doing is pre-engaging, pre-loading. And what that's going to do is it's going to improve the safety and handling. It's going to reduce that side-to-side sway and body roll. And it truly is a great product, because what we're doing is we are improving upon the suspension that your truck was intended to be using. So leaf springs, truck manufacturers have been using those for years and years and years, and all we're doing is adding on to that same system, and that's why they work so well. Yeah, so that's pretty much the stable load.
Yeah, so do you guys, we want this to be like an open discussion type forum type thing. So do you guys have any questions about any of the products that we just showed you?
I see, can you use them on an RV? So the stable load is very unique onto, it's practically universal for anything that has a leaf spring suspension. So like Class C's, your trucks, Sprinter vans, like it can work on anything that has the leaf spring system. So it really depends on your specific setup. And then, yeah, some people are saying it's their favorite upgrade that they've done. I think that's for the glow step. Yeah. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to use in the comment at any time. You're not interrupting. We'll see them pop in. We actually have, if you want to explain it.
So we have some questions that we wrote down that came directly from you guys. I see one. What is the cost?
Okay, so the cost, retail is usually around $350 around there.
Are we talking about the stable load or the glow step revolution?
So that's for the stable load. Can you use them on an RV? So yeah, so stable load is around $350, and there is also a 30-day money back guarantee. And that just shows how much we truly trust in this product. So if you are not absolutely satisfied, you can get a full refund. $350, that's relatively cheap on the suspension upgrade, side of things.
Especially compared to airbags.
Airbags,
it's like the initial cost of getting them installed, and then another issue that happens a lot with airbags is they can pop, so you have to repair them every so often.
Yeah, they can leak and it causes issues. But these are all mechanical. They're made in the USA. They come in steel powder coat or this new stainless steel option. And that's the thing, it's all mechanical. So there's nothing that can fail while you're out, enjoying your camping trip.
So we do.
I'm getting a couple questions. So can we show the dirt store? So we don't actually have one here. It would have been smart, We need a focus group this next time with you.
But we do have a video.
Yeah, so
on the universal one.
It's on the universal, but basically what the boot brush is, the dirt destroyer. It's this clamp-on boot brush, essentially. So it goes right in between the links of the Glow Step Revolution or the Glow Step Revolution Uprising, and it's great because it prevents any unnecessary dirt that you would get going up inside your unit. So it saves you that sweeping time. You know what I mean? At the end of every camping trip. So, but perfect. So
I'm gonna get into the questions here.
And
so if you guys have anything that pops up while we're asking these questions, just feel free to include it in the chat right there.
Yeah.
So my first one is, do I need airbags to use the stable loads?
Okay, great question. So do you need airbags to use the stable loads? No, you don't. A lot of people will actually, when they notice that the truck isn't handling to what they want it to be, they'll start with the stable load. This is what I always recommend to customers who are having issues with side-to-side sway or body roll. Start with the stable load. It's going to be cheaper. And on top of that, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Because what a lot of people will do is they'll end up throwing like 2, 3, 4 different suspension upgrades all on the truck, just to kind of tackle all these different issues. But with the stable load, you're helping with body roll, sway, and he's got the boot brush.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's just a simple clamp on, goes right on the side of the unit. You can, clean off your feet before you go up inside.
Yep, and we also have one made universally, so you can use it on your factory step. It's kind of like a clamp system, like a knot that attaches really easily.
Yeah. That's kind of close up. There's no tooling required on this version. It just goes right in between the links on your system. So it's really simple, takes seconds to install. Yeah.
And I see a question on there. If we have airbags, can we add the stabilizer? Absolutely.
Yes, you can. So if you have airbags, you can use the stabilizer. Yes, a lot of people use the stable load in conjunction with airbags. Typically, if you're running about 60 PSI in your bags, you're going to drop it down to about 30, so you still have contact on your springs. And that I have found works really, really well, especially for those who are experiencing a lot of sag. Yeah. And I see dog paw cleaner brush.
If you can train them to do that.
Yeah, not yet, but we're always taking suggestions. So, maybe 2021 we'll have a dog cleaner brush for you.
All right, so my next question here is about the Glow Step Revolution Uprising. Do I have to modify my unit to accept the Glow Step Revolution Uprising?
So the Glow Step Revolution Uprising, it does not require significant modification to the trim or anything like that to install it. You know how a lot of you guys have that silver sweep ramp plate in your door sill that makes it easy to sweep out dirt, kind of goes up in that little silver plate in the door sill? For those of you who know what I'm talking about. So you'll just remove that. We have a built-in sweep ramp on our Glow Step Revolution Uprising, and then it's just 3 holes on the door flange. So you don't have to drill into the floor of your unit to get the Glow Step Revolution Uprising. That's the inside the door step that we offer. You don't need to drill into the floor, which is a huge advantage to some of the other steps that are out there. So, but yeah, it's just simple, and the bracket itself works almost as a template, so there's no guesswork. That, you know, we aim everything that we make to be kind of a do-it-yourselfer, like at home. I'm not mechanically inclined. I mean, I did theater in high school, and I've installed them. So if that tells you anything. So
the next question I have here is about the Glow Step Revolution. So what gauge do I need? And if my measurements aren't exactly 25 and a half and 27 and a half, what does that mean?
that's a great question. So we make a lot of different steps that are going to fit. You know, every single one of you guys who have their unit, we have a step that will fit. Okay, so the Glow Step Revolution primarily comes in two different cage widths. It's a 27.5-inch width, and then we have one that is a 25-inch with a 25.5-inch, so half-inch spacers on both sides. So 27.5 or 25-inch and 25.5-inch, if that makes sense. Typically, you'll see that your guys' units are 27.5. I always recommend measuring just to be sure, but you need two measurements to measure for your Glow Step Revolution. You need the width in between your factory mounting brackets. So underneath your door in the step well, you have two brackets that are coming down from the floor and that are attached to the frame. We just need to know the width in between there, okay? And if you need help understanding that, on Torklift.com, our website, we have a very helpful diagram that will, you know, kind of put things into perspective. So that's the first measurement. The second one is just the height from the ground to the upper portion of the step well. So with those two measurements, you'll figure out your part number. And typically what I found with Grand Design is an A as an alpha 8004 is the most common part number. Most of your widths are 27.5, but again, I always recommend that you double check before placing your order or if you win a step.
Yeah.
So,
and
What were you measuring on height?
oh, well, the height is from the ground to the upper portion of the step well. So not the threshold where your door is, but the upper portion of where your steps are mounted. So if that makes, yeah.
Okay,
So
got it.
Yep.
And so our customer service team is always happy to answer any questions that you guys have, walk you through getting your measurements, and you can just reach us at our customer service phone number.
Yeah.
So my next question.
Oh
here-
yeah, I'm getting a question diagram for that as well. Okay, yeah. So again, it's on our website, torklift.com. And then I can actually put the link in here
Yeah.
for those of you who need it. So that is our website, and then our customer service.
Jeret, just hide
Oh,
it.
did it? Okay, gotcha. So
I like this right here. And then
Everyone
change
in
it
the-
to everyone. There you go.
yeah, we're still learning. So it's torklift.com, and then the customer service line is 800-246-8122. Perfect. So you guys can write that down if you need that. And again, for those of you who won the stable loads, make sure to call that number so you can claim the prize.
So let's see. How do I find my part number for the Glow Step Revolution? We kind of went over that.
Yeah, you can. And also, a lot of you guys have already, you know, given us what your unit was. So on Torklift.com, under the Glow Step Revolution page, you can type in your year, make, and model of your Grand Design, and a lot of the part numbers are already on there. So you may not have to do the measuring.
So this one. We covered this, but what is the riser height between each stair?
Yes, so we kind of have an industry low in terms of riser height. So it's 7.5 inches between each tread. So that's the same measurement as like hotels, hospitals. It's kind of building code in terms of steps, 7.5 inches. And so it's going to feel easy and comfortable walking up these steps.
Exactly. So the next one I have here. How long does it take to install the Glow Step Revolution? It's such an easy installation. I've done many times. Like,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. We've done it ourselves, and it's just 4 bolts, 2 on each side. I've honestly done it in under 10 minutes. Now that's obviously after practice, but I'd say the typical person probably 30 minutes to an hour.
I'm a typical person, and I would say like 30,
Yeah,
35 minutes.
so it really just depends, but it's definitely something that you can do at home. Yep, see, I got PJ saying maybe 30 minutes quicker if you have help. Yeah, you can do it with one person.
Yeah,
but
the hardest part is probably going to be getting the factory steps. They can be a little bit heavy.
Yeah, so I would say it's awkward is a good way to put it for one
Yeah.
person because, you know, you have 2 bolts on each side. So it's easy if you have a friend help you, just put it up into place.
But if you don't, you can easily do it yourself too.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, he did hit, yeah. So installing the ones in the unit. So for the Glow Step Revolution Uprising, that it depends. So there is a total of 6 holes, little holes that you have to drill in the flange. So not the floor, but you know, that little inch tab on each side of your door. That's where ours is going, and the bracket works as a template. So I would say, yeah. So Jared's saying it's much easier to install. Yeah, and that's the thing. It really just depends on your skill level.
Oh,
For me, it's easier because you don't
I
really
was
have to
actually working on
back. So
starting on
you have to,
working
like,
on
lift
the
up.
laundry room.
So,
Next question here is, can I add and remove steps?
yes.
Alrighty,
Something that's unique to the Glow Step
alrighty. I'll talk to you later then. Okay.
Revolution Uprising is
I
that
love you.
with ours we don't use rivets. We use stainless steel bolt and locking nut. So what that means is you can easily, if you have a 3-step and decide that you want a 4-step, you can just take your wrench and your ratchet, undo the bolts, and then turn your 3-step into a 4-step. So you can purchase those after the fact. So you don't need to get a whole new step system.
What's the difference between the upper and lower stable load?
Oh, yeah. So again, so the upper stable load is this polyurethane block, which is stationary on the vehicle. And then this is the lower stable load, which will go on the lower leaf spring. And again, this is disengageable, so you can turn this off and it's just a simple pivot. Some people leave it on all the time, some people don't. It's really up to you. We have some people who just use the upper stable load. We have some people who use just the bottom. It's really, it's personal preference. If it's your first time using the product, I always recommend starting with the lower kit first. See how that helps. If you feel like you need a little extra help, and go with the A7200 upper stable load. So, perfect.
What are the steps made out of?
Yeah, so those are 100% aircraft grade aluminum and stainless steel. So the tread itself is all aluminum, so it's nice and lightweight. Once you get it installed and you're just lifting the tread itself, it's really light. So I would say the steps, if you're having a 4-step, you're probably looking about maybe 20 pounds, if that. And it's all, you know, at your waist. Even the uprising step, it's all waist level, so you're not lifting anything above your head. So it's fairly manageable. Yeah.
How much adjustability is in the Glow Step Revolution Uprising?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, we actually practically doubled the amount of adjustment you get with the Glow Step Revolution Uprising. So between the booster step, you have 7.5 inches, and between the all-terrain landing gear, which we added more adjustments in those, you have another 7.5. So you have a total of 15 inches of vertical height adjustment with the Glow Step Revolution Uprising. And again, what the built-in booster step is if you have a 4-step, you can turn it into a 5-step. So for those of you who are using the step stool underneath your factory step that's floating, you no longer have to do that, and you have the availability to just add an extra step right then.
How much adjustability is in the Glow Step Revolution?
Yeah, so about 7 inches. You'll get about 4 inches in the top, and then 3 inches with the all-terrain landing gear at the bottom. Yeah.
Can I install the GSR or GSRU myself? So we kind of went over that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you can do it yourself.
Tyler can do it. Anybody can do it.
Yeah. Perfect. Just a couple more.
Yeah. What is the warranty?
Yeah, lifetime. And I know that there's a lot of companies out there who are saying lifetime warranty, and then when it comes down to something going wrong, they call up and the customer service. Not to mention most customer service nowadays, they have this long phone tree, so it takes, like, I don't know if you try to call like your insurance company or whatever, maybe whatever company, it takes forever to speak to an actual person. Like sometimes, like yesterday, I was on the phone for 40 minutes and I was just trying to speak to a person. So with our customer service team, you get a person right away. You're not waiting for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You'll speak to an actual person right off the bat. So that's something we pride ourselves in, our customer service. And our warranty, it's a true lifetime warranty. It's not a read, define, print warranty. Like, oh, if you bought it on a Tuesday, you don't qualify. It's, no matter what the problem is, we will help you as much as we can. Obviously, there are certain circumstances where it's like, is that warranty? But regardless, we will make sure that you are satisfied by the end of the phone call.
So I see a question on there. Does it tell you what kind of tools you will need to do the job yourself? Yes.
Yeah, so especially all our kits come with instructions, but typically it's like a 14 millimeter on the Glow Step Revolution. And then on the Uprising, you pretty much just need a drill, and it comes with all the stuff that you need to install it. So it's pretty simple. And again, our 800 number that I put in the comments, we have, technicians that are able to answer any install questions. It's not just part numbers and fitments. They can help you during the install as well. So make sure to use that.
So the last question I have here is, what's the difference between Stabilode part numbers A7310 and A7311?
Yeah.
Good question.
That is a good question. So like I said, it's practically universal. The Stabilodes, we have two types, A7310 and A7311. And you don't necessarily need to go on our website and type in your year, make, and model of the truck and all that. It's as easy as going outside to your truck, look at the rear wheels, and look at your leaf spring. If you look at the bottom, that lowermost spring, typically there'll be a hole drilled, there'll be a pre-drilled hole drilled into that activator spring at the bottom. And so if you have a pre-drilled Stabilode, if you have a pre-drilled suspension leaf springs, it's going to be A7310. And if you need to drill, it's A7311. And the A7311 kit will come with the drill bits you need to get through those springs. Yeah.
Right, so we emptied the fishbowl here. Do you guys have any questions for us about anything before we jump into something else?
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah.
So what is the price of these Torklift stairs?
Yeah, so the steps will vary between how many you need. So like a 3-step or a 4-step, it really depends. I think right now they're ranging around the $600 mark, but we have something for you at the end of this that I think you guys may be excited for. So.
Yeah. So that's all the questions that we have. So we have a couple more things for you guys. To show our appreciation for being invited to our first virtual rally, we wanted to do a giveaway for the Glow Step Revolution or the Glow Step Revolution Uprising. So basically what we did this morning is we posted a photo on our Facebook. You can find it at Torklift International on Facebook. If you want to go and you want to like, comment, and share that photo, you'll be automatically entered into a raffle. And then on Monday, we're going to be doing a Facebook Live announcing the winner of the raffle. So if you see that your friend got their name popped out of the raffle, just go ahead and tag them in that video. And then once we have a winner and they reach out to us, we'll go ahead and get you set up with either
send you your steps. Yeah.
Glow Step Revolution or Glow Step Revolution Uprising.
Yeah, your choice. Yeah. And then, so again, kind of talking about the price, how much are they? Another thing that we want to do, and this is more of just to show our thanks, we really appreciate being invited to these rallies. It's always such a blast for us. And to just show our appreciation, we want to give you guys a 25% off discount code for any Torklift International product, steps, Stabilodes, Dirt Destroyer, whatever it may be. So it's a 25% off code. And that code is, now on our screen it looks mirrored.
Oh, is that mirrored?
Can
we
you,
didn't think this through.
Can you see that? Okay, it's good? Okay, so it's GDRV 2020. So Grand Design GDRV 2020.
Do you want to type it into
Yeah,
the
so I'll
text?
type it into
Make
the
sure it's
text
not
here.
just Jeret.
And design RV20. Got it.
So let's see right there, GDRV 2020. So, and where you can go to purchase this is torkliftcentral.com, and that will have a shopping cart. And all you have to do is find out your part number, add that to the cart, go to checkout, and before you place your order, you just type in discount code GDRV 2020, and that will get you 25% off your Torklift International product. And that is going to be valid through Tuesday. So like Brittany said, we have a post on Facebook. All you have to do is like, comment, and share. Okay, like, comment, and share that post. And then on Monday, we're going to be drawing one winner. And no worries if you place an order for a step. If we see that you won and then you already placed an order, we'll just go ahead and cancel the order for you. So there's no need to wait. But if you'd like, the sale is valid through Tuesday, so you can have that day as well.
And so if there's any of your friends that aren't on this exact seminar, let them know if they're attending the rally that they can enter to win.
Yeah, of course. And that's for any Grand Design owner too. That code's good for all of you. You didn't have to be here on this call. So perfect.
Do you guys have any questions for us before we head out?
Well, hey, I want to say thank you guys so much. You guys have some of the best following. You guys are so loyal, and again, this is definitely one of my favorite rallies to attend. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys for coming out and having fun with us virtually. And one of these days we're going to have to, once everything clears and we can come out and tour the factory.
Yeah.
I'm in California and you're in Washington, so you guys got to make it quit raining though, because
Yeah.
I used to live in Washington. You guys have a 365-day rain festival.
So
When
it was
you guys can open
yesterday, but then it started raining this morning.
Yep.
We can't get away from it.
Nope.
So you need to let me know when your factory's back open so that Jen and I can make a trip up there and come take an actual tour, and then we can video that and put it out to everybody. So when they're on the East Coast, since we had to do a tour of the factory out there with Grand Design, we can do a video of the Torklift tour factory and then send that to everybody that can't make it to the West Coast.
No, exactly. And that's an open invitation to everybody who supports Torklift. If you're in the area, give us a call beforehand and we'd love to, walk you around. So, but no, again, we appreciate it. Yeah. But no, again, GDRV 2020, it's valid through Tuesday. Make sure to like, comment, and share on that Facebook post to enter and win. And remember, the winners of that stable load, please call us at the 800 number.
I haven't found a Facebook thing yet. Where am I looking again?
So it's Torklift International.
It's a photo
of Tyler and I sitting right in front of this, going like this. Yep, that one right there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go through and just kind of walk you through the steps. I have my cell phone here. You just open up your Facebook app or on the web browser, type in the search bar. You just type in Torklift International. Okay, and pull up the page. And if you scroll down.
Oh, there you are. We found you.
She's excited.
Exactly. So it should be right there. Once you go to the Torklift page, you just have to scroll down a little bit and it will be the most recent post. And then you go down, you like, comment, and share, and that will enter you to win, okay? Perfect. And Jeret, I added you're the host, correct? So we're all good?
Yep. We're all good, sir.
Perfect.
Right.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, we should probably get back to work.
Again, we appreciate it. Any questions at all, just give us a call, 800-246-8132, okay?
Great.
Thank you.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys very much, and we'll be back here. Our next seminar is at noon. That one is with More